Hello, how are you? I hope you're good. But today I'm here to speak to you about the ways that I have changed my bullet journal, because I have changed it quite a bit and I actually migrated to a different bullet journal just because, I mean, you've seen from the thumbnail, like, it's just so perfect. So I think the bullet journaling is obviously so attractive to people because of the freedom that it gives you, so you can do whatever you want, how much you want, and tailor it entirely to your own needs. And it took me a long time to find what works for me, and then I think I found what worked for me a couple of times, and obviously as I change and grow and progress, my needs change as well. And if you watched my mental health update, you'll know that I'm in a place where a lot of things are overwhelming currently and it's just a little bit all over the place, and I really wanted to make my bullet journal something that will aid me every day with things that are like buzzing in my mind that I could really set aside and focus on other stuff, like my mental health or my normal health, just like health in general. I don't know why the light just changed so much, but anyway. Basically what I'm saying is I really wanted this to become a tool that I use stress-free, I use as a motivational asset to my life, and something that is functional, which is like one of the biggest things I wanted to make this be more of. This might not work for everyone, of course, but I have come up with a 3-step little self-help program of how to turn your bullet journal into a functional tool for self-improvement. So today I'm gonna be walking you through what I have done, and if you want to try something like that, or if you want to follow these steps with me, that would be absolutely amazing. Please let me know if you did that, because I don't know, it's exciting. But today's video has a sponsorship, and I'm so glad to work with Skillshare again. You guys know I really enjoy their platform. Skillshare is an online learning platform with over 25,000 classes and courses available in literally every aspect that you can think of, but also if you're looking for something similar, there's a lot of things on motivation, time managing, and making your bullet journal work for you. Skillshare is also affordable with under $10 per month on an annual subscription basis, and premium membership gives you absolute access to everything. As I always say, my favorite thing about Skillshare is that things are already pre-checked for you, so there's quality control involved in the classes. I recommend you give it a go if you fancy, because you can click the link down below in the description bar and in the comment. First 500 people to click on that will get access for 2 months for absolutely free, no commitment. You can explore and check out some classes and learn something new. Once again, the link is down below, and thank you so much for Skillshare for sponsoring yet another video. I am very, very grateful for any help that I can get to keep this channel running. So I just wanted to sit down, write the things that nag at my brain that I could remove from my brain with the help of bullet journaling, and leave more mental capacity to deal with everything else that's going on. And I wanted to do it in a way that I wouldn't have to redo it every month, because it is time consuming. Whilst it's enjoyable, I don't always have it, and it just puts more pressure on me to like make it and, you know, make it detailed, and I just want it to be functional and more like ready for you and there to go, but still very personalized. So I took this notebook, or any notebook that you have, you know, whatever, a piece of paper. I sat down and I wrote down a list that just came to my mind, like literally just sit here and now. I wrote down a list that came into my mind at that moment in time, and identifying things that nag at you. So in my useful list, there was food, anxiety, motivation, my looks, control, time, wardrobe, nails, dreams, hobbies, and money. So obviously some of these things are like cutting deeper, some of these things are very shallow, some of these things are like minor things, and some of these things are really, really major in my life. I tried not to go like too deep, but I also made sure that I'm very honest with myself in that moment in time. Step number 2 was identify a way I could change that or implement some sort of new habit in my life that I could counteract this anxiety that I have about these subjects. So for example, for food, I wrote down track and learn new recipes or reach some goals. For anxiety, that is a bit more complicated, but I feel like this whole process was like part of that, but I just put a smiley face and I wrote lol, because, you know. For the motivation thing, I really put that down for my physical health. So an action towards that was to make a doctor's appointment, which I have now. For the looks factor, it really ties back to food and also motivation. Control is always a big factor, I feel, with anyone. And for that I put trackers, because I think that really helps me just seeing my progress and things, or lack of, regardless. Like, at least I feel like I have control in the future of that and I see my progress and it helps me. For time, I just put get a time turner, but obviously like plan ahead. For the wardrobe is just something that I need to rethink, but after, like, it's not a priority. To quote Marie Kondo, it's not really bring me joy at the moment that much. And I don't even know why nails are there. It's just like it was something on my mind that day, because like one was like chipped and stuff and I cut them, it's fine. But it's like an easy fix, which is great to have on a list, because then again you can feel like you've done something. Dreams is like dreams that I have that I don't make time for. And for money, again, something is very important to me. I need to make sure that I am spending my assets, you know, in a wise and smart or rational way. And for that was to fix an app that was sort of like not connecting properly with my thing again. Step number 3 was to find ways of how these actions that you just identified that would help you with those stressors could be put into a bullet journal, which a lot of these things come down to trackers, which was my intention. So I'm not mad about it, but obviously if you don't like trackers, then this might be a bit difficult. I then went again through the list and wrote down what trackers or what sort of spreads I could do from these things to track my progress in each of these things, or just to make sure that I have a list to come back to every day and see, have I done this? And then of course step number 4 would be to like set it up, but I like left it out of the planning bit, so it's like a 3-step program. But then I moved on to my new gorgeous planner, and I'll leave the links to everything that I use down below, like my pens and stuff. I always do. Oh, I just love it so much. The pen, I think the bleed is quite nice, like the normal amount. It's very similar to the Leuchtturm or whatever you call it. Does have a little bit of a spread. Like, it doesn't bleed through the page, but it bleeds a little bit from like normal pens that didn't bleed in any other journal, but it really not to the amount that it would even bother me. So let's go through the things that I've set up, and you know. So I've decided to do all of these things in a yearly tracker. Honestly, I just found it a bit tedious to compare the data from different spreads. So I thought a yearly one, not only will I not have to like reset it every month and like draw it every month, I would also be able to see the data and like how I've done side by side. So much easier if I just do it a yearly. So these are the spreads that I came up with. Like this one I have seen floating about, and it wasn't my last bullet journal as well, but it wasn't like made by me or anything like that. Fitness journey tracker. So on the top there I will have like a graph for my weight fluctuation. Y-axis I will write weight points, and on the bottom we have the months. And obviously I am doing it May from May because this is when I started. Then I have a table for measurements, and on the right side I have a workout tracker. The next thing is for my food stuff. So on the left side I have a table for favorite food, and this is in hopes that if I don't know what to eat but I want to eat something that's relatively okay for me, I will flip to this page and will find an idea, you know? Then I have an eating log, and this is simply for whether or not I have tracked my eating and my macros to an extent on MyFitnessPal. This is just an app that I use. The next tracker is the reading tracker. On the left side I just have a simple tracker. Again, I have ways to track if I am reading a physical book or listening to an audiobook, or if I have done both that day. The other graph on the right side is the pages read overall during that month. I am ranging from 300 to 2,500. I don't know if that range is gonna be okay because I've never tracked it before, but I'll just correct it if it's not, and I'll just mark it for every month when I add it up, and it'll be interesting to see. Then on the right side I just have this little parchment scroll, and I am simply writing down all of the things that I have read this year so far. Obviously I'm tracking things from May to May, but in this list I'm just started from 2019. The next thing is actually something that I have seen on quite a recent video of, I think it's Plant-Based Bride. Sorry, I'm blanking now, but I will link her channel down below. I really love her bullet journal spreads, and she has done this board that she said that she has done in her day job. So I've tweaked couple of categories, but I really enjoyed the idea. So basically I have 12 stages of like uploading or like working on YouTube videos, and I have these triangle sticky notes, and I just really cut the very tip of that triangle where the sticky part is, and then whenever I have a project that has moved, I just move it on the stage that it belongs to, and then once I'm done with that project, I just take it off. But then I can see on one spread where the progress is for that particular time and place, and you know, it's just, I'm really excited, and as I'm filming this, it's already like half a month past, and I'm really enjoying it because it makes it so easy to see what is happening. So the stages that I have is like plan, prep, pictures, film on main camera, film on vlog camera, B-roll, save to my computer, edit, export, thumbnail, upload, and description bar. I am really enjoying this spread. Really highly recommend if you have any type of project that has like different stages and different things going through the year. This has been so enjoyable to me. I'm just really happy about that one. I did have to sort of remove a lot of them, so it's kind of hard to show you, but because like I want to keep it a surprise. You can imagine how it works. So yeah, very happy with that one. Then on the next page, I have a video backlist, which is videos that I mean on making, but I'm not yet ready to put them on the board yet. So it's some like future videos that I want to make. And then I have a couple of graphs. So one is people joining, so like subscriber count or whatnot, and then earnings, if any, is gonna go on to another one. It was honestly just something to like fill in the space, but on the right side I also have the uploads. So if I upload on that day, I will circle the dot so I can sort of see how many days it's been since the last one without having to go on YouTube and check there. Then the next page is literally just sort of for funsies, but I thought I'll include it because I don't know, I wanted more spreads, let's be honest. So this one is for YouTube family. I definitely do not think, unless something magical happens, that I will reach 85,000 by the end of May next year, because that is ridiculous, I'm aware, but I wanted some circles, so I inserted those, and I put some milestone subscriber count, or like the family count, and if I ever reach it, I will just color it in and write a date of when that happened. And on the other side, I have a thank you for the kind comment section. So this is on days that I am feeling really low, and or something nasty gets into the comments, which is rare, but it happens, and I just need to remind myself that people are really kind and people care and people genuinely enjoy my content. My plan is to populate each line with a kind comment that I've received in the past, or like I am gonna receive, so maybe a couple or one comment a month or something like that I will put on the spread, and whenever I feel really crappy, hopefully when I look at this spread, it'll help, you know? Sometimes everyone needs a little bit of a reminder that you're fine, you're doing okay. So anyway, the next one is counteracting my dreams anxiety. So this is a spread for tracking my writing progress, which is most days 0, because your girl always takes all of the other projects and avoids doing things that she's afraid of, she's gonna fail at, so you know, yay. But anyway, so this is for writing. Obviously I would just color in if I did anything for writing. I actually haven't included a key yet, but I will. I think I'm gonna include like different type of things, like actual writing, studying writing techniques or whatever, exercises, or like plotting or outlining or whatever. I think I'm gonna put like different keys there, so for different colors of tracking and whatnot. And then to note section, which I think I'm just gonna do like a quote that I like or something, then I write it there to like motivate myself a little bit. Okay, not much left now. The next thing is, I mean, everything is personal, but this is like very personal spread, and that is to track my migraines, periods, and headaches, or both. So I have this little flower in the corner and this dotted tracker, and whenever I have a migraine I will have a square, whenever I have my period I will circle the dot like fully, and I'll circle it empty if I have just a headache, you know, I'll mark that too. So just to, I really think my migraines are related to entirely different things, but it's good to track that as well to see if there's any pattern there. And then the thing on the right is a no spend. Like my money managing and finances, I usually just do through an app that I really like for that. But it's also good for myself to motivate myself to just not spend any money. just so I could mark it in the spread, like in the tracker. I think, you know, whatever helps you. The next spread is just for fun again, and this is a tarot one. I actually really like how it turned out. It just looks fun. And this is for my tarot card for the month, I suppose. I try to sit down and do some tarot stuff because I use, if you don't know, I use tarot cards for guided meditation purposes. It's been helping quite a bit, but admittedly I have not found the time for like 2 months now, which is ridiculous, like, because it doesn't take that long to just like do it. But apparently I don't make time. So this is also so I would make time. And then on the right I have my Copile, which is my book rating system. I have a video on it if you want to check that out. It's just Copile on my channel. So I have like a cheat sheet here, and I always have it in any of my bullet journals because I just like, I need to have it on hand, you know? And that is actually everything. I have another empty sheet there for any other trackers that I want to do. And then I went into May because I was setting all of this up. I didn't feel like going into more things in my May layout, so I simply went for one side for a schedule and the right side for meal planning, and that is it. That is all I've done, and I'm just gonna redraw that for every week in May that I'm using this. And if I don't use it, then I'm just not gonna draw it, but I'm gonna use the yearly ones. So that is basically the setup. I'm sure I will get more into doing more things monthly, but I'm very, very happy that I don't have to reset all of these trackers. I might still use some trackers for minor goals on things that I want to like just focus on that month, but I feel like it so far, because on the time that I'm filming this, it's like already halfway almost into May, and I have found this to be the most useful setup for me personally I have ever set up for myself. So I'm very happy, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I'm speaking like quite quickly and my voice is already going because apparently I had a lot to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you tried the little 3-step system of finding what kind of stresses you out and what you could do about it and how can you put that into your bullet journal. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!